Hey guys, I have a company called Splash. I have a quick presentation. Liz asked me to come up with some insights. We've been doing some pretty amazing stuff. These are just a couple examples of thumbnails that we created from web pages of our clients. If you go to splashthat.com/Hall of Fame, you'll see this and you can click through. God, we do events Splash creates beautiful websites for your event. Before the event, it captures RSVPs or sells tickets. It also sends invitations. After the event, it turns into a lovely photo gallery that you can actually leverage social, grab tweets, grab Instagram photos, import your gallery, have your photographer upload photos, and you create this beautiful web page that lives on forever because I'm an event planner. I think you guys are too. Our events, if they're good events, they will live forever, right? Anyway, all right, so right now we have around 50,000 users, top brands. I mean, this is just a couple, everything from liquor brands to publishers. A lot of it's white label, so a lot of people don't, it's on a vanity URL, so you might not even know it's us. But if you see a really cool looking web page for an event, I bet you it was us. And so yeah, that's what we do. So the insights that I thought I would share with you guys is something that we've been working on internally. We've been calling it touchpoint design. Okay, so we've had something like 4 million RSVPs to these 50,000 event planners events. And I've been keeping track of what events do the best, right? Like that's kind of what we all want to know, right? I've thrown in my life like 200 events for pretty much every brand I can think of, like actually produce them. And I'm always curious, like, all right, if I send that email at 5 o'clock on a Friday, will it do better than, if I send it at 9 a.m. on Monday? Okay, so I have two pieces of news. The cool news is that I've actually baked a lot of this into the tool. So if you guys do use the tool, you'll just kind of learn this stuff, which is cool. But I'm going to give you guys just kind of how we think about it. Now look, what I'm going to say is really just a structure to think about it. Every single event is different. I think we all know that, right? There's no rule. But I think I've identified a really interesting way to think about it that if you applied to your events, I think it'd be very effective. We've actually proven that it's effective. We call it touchpoint design. The concept is that there are moments, and we've been drawing on psychology, anthropology, we've been drawing on sociology, but also our own experience and actual data to figure out when the top moments to send your communications to your attendees are. The idea is just to maximize, what do we say in here? Each is a window, an incredible opportunity to captivate minds, capture hearts, and convert guests into loyal brand advocates. I have a really talented copywriter. Okay. And this is what we think, this is literally what we've been seeing, the top events, this is what they do. Internally, we call it the camp curve. I don't know if you guys have been to sleepaway camp. Like after you leave, you're like super psyched about it, and you like can't wait for next year. And then there's also, so that's how I like to think about my events. I threw this, my first big event was called the Summit Series. Recently, they've purchased a mountain. It's an incredible event. And literally the entire year, people are waiting for this event to happen. Very similar to Planner Tech. That's right, that's what we're trying to accomplish. Okay, so let me just quickly walk through the ways that we think about it, and I'll make it very, very clear. The first touch point is to announce. Often that comes in the form of a save the date, right? Super simple. Save the date. Announce something is coming. But the key to that is to hold back a little bit, right? You're announcing it, but you haven't released this yet. You're just kind of you're tempting them, right? So you're kind of hitting that little boop, right? The next is to reveal. And that becomes the invitation, okay? I want you guys to think about the reveal. The best events that we see coming through the system use reveal in kind of a 1-2 punch. There's the invitation, which is awesome. It's actually a 3-punch, right? So you have the invitation to the website, and then, and this is like the most commonly forgotten about one, the confirmation message, okay? Those are 3 elements that you have to reveal your event. Think about how you could tempt them a little bit more with each step, right? Every single piece is revealing new information. It's a really important concept. It's like it's the wrapping on a birthday gift, right? It's so much better when there's like that reason to kind of jump in. And then that second thing, you're like, oh my God, this is awesome. All right, so think about it like that. The next is a really important concept, excite, right? We usually see that in a reminder email. Liz, I think, is awesome at sending 5 different reminder emails. One thing I'll say to you is this. Okay, People don't mind being abused when it comes to the events that they're going to in their inbox. You think they do. I hear this all the time from our clients. Oh, but like they're going to be mad at us for emailing them. I literally watch unsubscribe rates. I watch click-through rates like just a fiend. People don't care, okay? And if they do, you kind of didn't want them anyway, right? Hit them hard. Hit them with new emails and get them excited every single time. A way to think about the excite phase is unleashing new information. So in your initial stages, think about what you could do in that excite phase, right? What can you let them know about? What's a new speaker? Maybe there's a cool picture of the venue. Maybe you just like woke up and you need to talk about how excited you are for this event, right? You're just kind of in this amp up stage, okay? The final one on the day of the event is engage. We're finding that we're seeing, God, I'm gonna have to pull these numbers. I think it's something like 3 to 4 times as much social media activity when we see what we call the hashtag email go out. I would recommend for all of your events, send one email the day of. And honestly, like you're gonna say, what about the agenda, all this stuff? People get the agendas when they get to the event often, or they're like excited about the speakers in advance. I say hone your message. Hone your message to, this is the hashtag, click here, here's a pre-populated tweet. Just this is all you need to think about right now. We're finding that when people hone that one message as opposed to like 5 different messages on the day of, they see higher engagement levels. It's what we're finding. So in the engage email on the day of the event, that's that little line up there. Hit them with the hashtag. That's my best recommendation is boom. And like Liz is doing right now, make sure you have that hashtag at your event. That's not online, that's offline. Okay, so then your event happens, right? At Splash, we have this way that you can pull in all your photos. You can create a live feed during your event. I think we're actually doing it right now for this event where you can grab photos by hashtag, so it's easy if you get them to do the hashtag. But then that next moment, this next thing is really important, right? Okay, so this kind of to me is the ROI, right? This is it. When your clients ask you, what did we get after this event, right? We all rely on 2 things, metrics of engagement or actual humans. Now, we really believe, at Splash, we build a CRM on the back end of our tool because we believe that really the only thing we're doing here are grabbing humans, right? We're bringing in new people, whether they're advocates, they're donors, they're clients, they're consumers, they're new customers, whatever they might be, these are new humans, right? So your next goal, once the event starts to the time, I don't know, the next year, your goal is to figure out how to take these humans and make them like you more. Put them in your box, right? So the best way we found to do that is the next step is to relive. And we recommend doing that literally the next day. Don't worry about like getting the photo page completely ready. As I said, you can leverage social to make it happen pretty quickly. Get one great photo, just one awesome photo and send it to them. Get them to relive that experience. We find that when somebody does that, we see something like 4 to 5 post-event views on a page per attendee. What that means is that people are sharing it. People are going back. But it's only if you can hit them that next moment because they're just dying for that. If it was a good event, they can't wait to relive it. They want to extend that event. Okay. The next 2 concepts are actually something that I didn't do, but I always did relive, right? I always kind of had the post-event page, but I didn't hit them 2 weeks down the road or a month down the road. And that's something we're seeing our most effective events do just that. If I can make some recommendations here, have a couple thought-through emails. If you have a video coming out, any kind of post-event content, have that ready. And this is a little trick that we've seen be very, very effective. Don't worry about sending the exact same email twice with a different header. It's crazy. You'll see the people who didn't click on the first one, they'll click on that second one, and they'll be like, oh, this is amazing content. I didn't see this. In psychology, we have this term called internalizing, right? When you think it's you, it's not you, it's them. They're busy. They're doing whatever they want to do that day. Often you'll see that if you just send that same email twice, people don't even notice it, and they click through on that. What I recommend with Bond, and this has to do with content, internally we call it digital swag bags. It's funny. Think of a gift you can give them. And it doesn't have to be an actual gift. It could be. It could be a coupon. It could be a video. It could be an actual thing you want to send them, a T-shirt. Think of that gift. And think of an action that they can do, right? Every single time you're doing any of these steps, if you can get them to act if you can get them to engage, hopefully share, it's a game changer. You're just extended your audience. And that actually gets to the last touch point, which is, look, we have, how many people in this room? Like 200? I don't know, 300? 200? You guys each have a network of, I don't know, thousands, right? Our real goal, as I mentioned, we're trying to get new humans here. The greatest thing that you can do is get these humans to go get you some more humans, right? Whatever those humans might be doing for you. All right, the best way to do that is to make them look cool. We actually learned this about our own product. The second we made our web pages look really awesome, people started sharing them. And then we added a new design tool, and we found that people were sharing them more. And it wasn't like, oh, we added a new email sender, so like you would imagine, more powerful pushing, right? That wasn't the case. It was actually just the fact that it looked cooler, right? The fact that they were able to make themselves look awesome, they pushed harder. It's bragging, right? So in your meetings, while you're planning your entire touchpoint design out, at every stage, you have to ask yourself, does this make our person look really cool? Like, are they going to want to brag about this? And if so, awesome, do it. That's great. And also, like, don't worry about it too much. I hate being in those meetings where people are like, oh, what will they think of us? Just try it. People really, they forgive when it comes to email. That's kind of it. It's simple, right? We all know these things. I'm here to confirm that I kind of at this point have a PhD in this stuff, and this is real. You can really extend the lifespan of your event by thinking through the touch points. I think that's kind of it. I'd be willing, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, oh yeah, please. I completely hear you. And like as I said, like these are things that we're finding. There's no such thing as a rule, right? This is an idea. With that said, I would argue that somebody who's swearing at you is really not a person you want to work with. Right? Like, I'm sure there are people, there's probably like an edge case of somebody who might swear at you and might not, right? And like, that's a customer. Probably not. I would recommend thinking in terms of the people who actually do want to receive those emails, and then only sending to those people, and the other people will unsubscribe and they'll be fine. I hear you, and again, there's no rules. This is something, a lot of what we're finding here is also in the marketing sector. Not necessarily kind of these meetings. Meetings can get super, super sensitive. I hear that. Thank you. I hear you. There's no rules, guys. This is Wild West out here. Does anyone else have any other questions or comments? That was awesome. I like comments. Cool. Well, listen, guys. Splash is free. Try it out. Yeah, we love great event planners. We love you guys. You guys. Go to splashthat.com. Sign up. If you are working for a company, our DIY product right now is catching up to the stuff that we do for our clients. It's super cheap even for our clients, but if you need like something really custom, that's what we just basically help you nail this event, and it's just getting better. It's awesome. I love our job. It's really fun. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We call our stuff transmedia. This is your event page. Don't think of it like us, right? This lives on your website. This looks like you, feels like you. The emails come from you. And yeah, you can pre-populate tweets. You can import from Facebook. You can pull in photos from anything. It's just in between the whole thing because it is your website. In the same way, it also links up with any kind of CRM. As you grab people, it can push it to Facebook. Salesforce. Yeah, it's yours. Yeah, we call it a vanity URL. I'm an event planner. I can't probably kind of our closest right now. Closest competitor is kind of like Eventbrite or Mailchimp, sort of like kind of a combo of Squarespace, Mailchimp, and Eventbrite. I can't use any it needs to be mine, right? Like. So it's your domain. Yeah, it's yours. It looks like you. Our logo's not even on it. Yeah. We want to have really cool looking event websites. We believe that events are the most powerful way to connect, and so what we do is noble. Cool, yes? Splash that. So not this, but that. Splashthat.com. We're working on buying splash.com. It's really expensive. Yeah, it works. Splash that's kind of cool. Splash that. Cool. Well, guys, good luck with all of your events. You do great work. We love event planners. And thank you for listening. And yeah, go get it. Let me know. If you guys use this Touchpoint Designer, any ideas, please send feedback. We're always interested. Well, thank you, guys.